So God is specifically allowing our leaders to harden their hearts so that He can ultimately break the system of oppression. There is an end to all of this. There is an end to all of this craziness in this land. And I don't believe it's very long from now. So people, I just wanted to encourage you. God's got
everything
our back.
at stake. I thought I would take it all back. I just wanna make this thing last. But we're running
So I heard recently that our president Cyril Ramaphosa is going to double down on BEE laws. Now, this reminds me of the story in the Bible where God hardened the Pharaoh's heart. And it makes me wonder why, because ultimately the regime in Egypt that controlled Egypt, it was the most powerful nation in the world. And we can imagine why, because it was God's people that helped build it. They built it through slave labor. But also through people like Joseph that was called by God to save Egypt. Egypt was an instrument of God's blessing in the world, to save the known world at that time. And He used a secular king, a secular leader, the Pharaoh, to save the world. But it was also in a purpose to save the Israelites, God's people. So God used a secular empire to save. I believe this is also a prophecy for South Africa, that South Africa is going to be used as an instrument to save the world in the near future. When wars and famines are going to break out, people are going to flock to South Africa. And it's not going to be at a time where we are desperate or where we don't have enough to give. We are going to prosper so much that we have plenty of room for everybody. But what I want to say is, why now? We are at a very, very vulnerable time in the world. And we cannot afford to play around with stuff like BEE, because the jobs need to go to the most competent people that's going to build the economy, people that's going to prosper this nation. And it's not happening. People are fighting over jobs. There's not enough jobs to go around. But then the president announces something like this, that he's literally going to double down on these laws. He's going to make it even worse. So, what it reminds me of is in the Bible is that the Pharaoh and the system of Egypt, it represents a system that oppresses people. And what we have in South Africa is also a system of oppression against the poor and the middle class. Make no mistakes about it. So God is specifically allowing our leaders to harden their hearts so that He can ultimately break the system of oppression. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know how. I would like to say my personal opinion, but God is going to break this system that oppresses the everyday South African in this country. And that is why this is happening. There is an end to all of this. There is an end to all of this craziness in this land. And I don't believe it's very long from now. So people, I just wanted to encourage you. God's got our backs. Don't give up. Don't quit. If you have to go somewhere, go somewhere. If you have to leave, leave. But know that God is in control. You do not have to react to everything. You do not have to respond to every negative word or every negative news article, or this guy says this guy says that. There's a lot going on in the world right now, and we need to focus on Jesus. That's all I got to say, and I hope you have a blessed day.